The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cornelius. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
To the air, it's Flawletta, feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top 5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top 5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves for some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He chucks one out to the right. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Escape. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Going for it all. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are
afterburners coming. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant
fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds a spot in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground. Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football.
And he'll race it to the house.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Cornelius. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Scanning the field, it's Flawletta. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Nothing but, they knock it free. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Third and goal coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Sooners.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and you've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will put toe to leather to crank us up. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to go for a big one. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll try to get the first through the air. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Floretta. Gets it to the back. Get in. He is smashing people. Touchdown, Oklahoma. What a catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. So he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He looks that one in nicely. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off. And
it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.